Well, the biggest risk isn't so much the employment situation, it's what's going on the legislative side.
I would say one of the biggest risks right now for the rest of the year is political.
If policymakers can't come to some kind of agreement around the extension of the Bush tax cuts after the lame duck session of Congress,
we're all going to be in trouble.
And worst case scenario, if tax rates rise across the board in the first quarter of next year, we're talking about a significant risk to the economy in the first quarter of next year.
I worry that if you go and increase the taxes of the wealthiest 2%, they will further retrench. Now, over the last 3 months, consumers have been both delevering and retrenching as a consumer. So, you're not going to make it better by increasing taxes. All you're going to do is run the chance of making it worse.
Rather than take risk, I think right now you want to keep money in the hands of the higher income taxpayers.
The wealthiest 2%, which make up, depending on who you trust, about 14% of the overall spending.
Part of those taxes are going to have to be borne by the more successful sole proprietorships and partnerships.
What we're expecting at Bank of America Merrill Lynch is a permanent extension of the middle income tax cuts and a temporary extension of the tax cuts for the upper income earners.
Tax cuts will be extended, I think, even for the higher income households, and that will only offset the headwinds of tax increases, particularly income tax increases that we're going to see across many state governments as they try to square budgets and are now in a deficit position.
You have some major elections coming up in November, which could change the way Congress looks. So what I worry about is if you have a change of control, that we get very little done out of Congress over the next year when we need to get a lot more out of Congress done over the next year.